This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now this is a change to the build episode that I was going to do today. If you were on the live stream on Friday, or if you've watched it since, then you'll probably be expecting a little bit of a nostalgic trip down memory lane for us boomer generation, I believe we're called. Basically, I was going to be doing a look at some of the great guitar playing that was around in the 70s, and I don't just mean, the obvious suspects, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, etc., etc. I'm talking about some of the cheesy chart pop that was around in the 70s. When you go back and listen to it, you think, oh, I'd forgotten that song had a guitar solo. It's not bad, is it, actually? So that was the planned video I was going to do today, but it's taking a little bit more putting together than I thought, so I'm going to kind of shelve that one and come back to it when I have a bit more time. So meanwhile, today we're going to take a look at some YouTube recommendations. Basically, I've done a couple of these videos before where I just talk about some of my favourite YouTube channels. I've done 2 videos like that. And not that I get a lot of chance to watch much YouTube stuff these days, but I have come across a few new channels since I did the last video, so we're going to take a look at some of these. All of these channels are absolutely well worth checking out just for the entertainment value and for the information they contain. So let's kick off with
Produce Like a Pro.
Yes, this is Warren Hewitt's channel. I first got to hear about Warren via Spectre Media Group, Glenn Fricker. There's obviously a bit of an old pals act going on there between those two chaps, Glenn and Warren. And so I went and checked out Warren's channel. It's really, really informative. If you're into home recording at all, there's lots of tips on there that you can, kind of make use of. Some quite advanced stuff, but also some, kind of stuff that's more aimed at the, the sort of home recordist who's fumbling their way through, a little bit like me. But the main reason I love this channel is because he does a series of videos called either Artists That Changed Music or Albums That Changed Music or Songs That Changed Music. They're very, very similar in a lot of ways to the Rick Beato series, What Makes This Song Great. If you're well acquainted with those, then you'll probably enjoy this series of videos that Warren does. There's a fantastic documentary that he's done about Django Reinhardt on there, which is very, very well worth checking out. But, he does the usual sort of stuff where he'll just take you through the parts that are played on the songs, like on the, the Songs That Change Music kind of series. He'll take you through the parts on the songs and explain why this was, kind of clever and what this did and the effect that it had and the people that it influenced and stuff. And he often gets interviews with the producer or the engineer or somebody involved in the recording of this album or song or whatever. And it's all put together in a very entertaining and engaging way. Warren seems like, the type of bloke you'd want to go for a pint with, basically. He's a very salt of the earth, down to earth kind of chap, and very knowledgeable on his topic as well. So there you go. Check out Produce Like a Pro.
Word in Your Ear.
Indeed, Word in Your Ear. Now, this is a channel that's run by 2 ex-presenters of what used to be one of my favourite music shows in the UK, the Old Grey Whistle Test. It's Mark Ellen and David Hepworth. And these blokes have, they must have the best contacts book in the music industry, because, they can just kind of call up or email or whatever, anybody from, the UK music scene that they want to interview and kind of just have a bit of a chat with. It doesn't really feel like an interview. You get the feeling that, this is just them kind of talking to their old friends, but it's a really engaging and interesting and, entertaining channel to watch. They do sort of long form interviews, Zoom calls with people. I just recently watched the one that they did, or one of the ones that they did with Danny Baker. Who else have they had on there? Mike Batt, yes, the ex-Womble himself. Just if you like hearing, kind of music industry insiders kind of talking knowledgeably about their topics and just having fun and, reminiscing about what happened on this recording session, or, when they met that famous person or whatever. It's a great channel to watch. As I say, it's just something that I will stick on when the missus is watching, Coronation Street or whatever, and, have my headphones on, and sometimes she'll kind of prod me and say, "What are you laughing at?" "Oh, it's just an interview that I'm watching." So it's engaging, it's funny, it's interesting, it's informative, and well worth checking out. So that's called Word in Your Ear. Next.
Guy Mitchellmore.
Yes, now Guy Mitchellmore. For those of us of a certain age in the UK, the surname Mitchellmore will be quite familiar. Who remembers the TV presenter Cliff Mitchellmore? Yes, well, Guy is his son, and Guy is just basically a jobbing composer for TV and movies and stuff like that. And I've got to tell you, he's as mad as a stabbed badger. He is just really, really funny and, entertaining, but so knowledgeable about his topic. The only criticism I would have of this channel is that sometimes he will just kind of whiz through stuff, a bit fast, and you've got to kind of rewind when he's explaining a concept or something. A lot of his videos are, on the topic of how to score for a science fiction movie, or how to score for a cartoon or something like that. But he also does a lot of demos of, kind of plugins for recording and stuff like that. It sounds, when I'm describing it, doesn't it, a bit dry and a bit, that's going to be a bit tedious, but I promise you it isn't. He has such again, engaging and informative manner, and he's like that mad teacher you used to probably have at school that was, the kind of teacher that would get the point across, but do it with humour and do it with, their personality. He's a natural born presenter. He knows how to, kind of inform you of the point that he's making, even, as I said, if he does kind of whiz through things a little bit fast from time to time. But, an entertaining channel to watch, and you'll probably pick up some useful knowledge as well there, and it's got to be better than what's on the TV a lot of the time, hasn't it? So there you go, Guy Mitchellmore, check him out. Next.
Josh Smith.
Yeah, now Josh is a fairly recent discovery for me. I first came across Josh Smith when I was just kind of noodling around YouTube, and because I'd been watching various videos on blues guitar and stuff. One of his videos was suggested, and fantastic player, and I kind of just kept on watching this video that he did with True Fire, or various other things that he's done on his own channel, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but it didn't for a while. I thought I should really check this guy's albums out, so I did, and fantastic albums. I mean, I can't remember there's one, the latest one I'm listening to a lot at the moment is called Live at the Spud, which is him doing a kind of a live album, as you would expect. His music sort of inhabits, if you imagine a Venn diagram between Robin Ford, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Albert Lee. He's got, or maybe Danny Gatton, he's got that sort of, he's a Telecaster player, and he's got that country kind of thing going on a lot of the time. He's got that Robin Ford harmonic sophistication, and he's got that raw sort of grunty power of Stevie Ray Vaughan, so if any of those three things float your boat, he's definitely worth checking out. He's a brilliant teacher as well. You know, I'm not going to let on which ones, but there's one or two videos I've done lately where I've thought, when I've watched the Josh Smith video and thought, okay, yeah, I'm going to do a video about that myself. He explains some of the more complex kind of jazzy blues licks in a really accessible and easy to understand way, and that's exactly the kind of thing I try and do on this channel a lot of the time, and Josh certainly makes a fantastic job of it, and he's a nice guy as well, just really sort of salt of the earth, down to earth, nice chap, easy to listen to, again, he's the sort of lad you'd want to go for a pint with and just kind of have a good old natter to. So yeah, well worth checking out both his YouTube channels and his video and his albums, rather. Josh Smith. Next,
27D Music Productions.
Now this is a bit of a shout out to a chap who you might be familiar with if you've watched the couple of times I've had him on the channel, Steve Hoggett. What can I tell you about Steve? I got to know Steve in the early 90s, and he's a bass player, like really properly good bass player as well. Sort of think Billy Sheehan kind of level of technique and ability. He's also pretty much done every job that there is to do in the music business, from being a session musician to being a tour manager. He's a studio owner, he's a producer, he's also a university lecturer in I think it's kind of recording technology. He's such a knowledgeable bloke and humble with it as well, and you will always, I promise you, find something useful and informative on his channel. And he's just a funny bloke as well. He makes me laugh all the time. Great knowledgeable chap, and he doesn't get the chance to put up a lot of videos because as I say, he has a pretty full schedule with his day job as a university lecturer and a studio owner and a producer. So but when he does put up a video up, I'll promise you it is always well worth watching, informative, funny, entertaining. What more do you want from a YouTube channel? So yeah, go and check out Steve's channel. Like all of the channels I've mentioned today, I've linked them all down in the description so you can go and check them out. And I just want to give a final honourable mention here to a loyal supporter of this channel, Ozymandias. I'll link to his channel as well. It's he's not got that many subscribers. He deserves a hell of a lot more because he produces good content. He's currently in the process of doing a guitar upgrade, kind of changing pickups and stuff like that, and it's been interesting to watch the evolution of that guitar as he's putting new bits and pieces on it. So go and check him out as well. As I say, I'll link down below. So there you go, folks. There are another 5 or 6 YouTube channels that I can highly recommend for whiling away the long winter evenings. Go and check them out. And that's pretty much it for today. If you've enjoyed this video, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? If you want to support the channel, all the links are downstairs in the description. Thank you so much, not only to everybody who views these videos, but to everybody who contributes by supporting the channel, or even if you're just thinking about it, thank you very much in advance. What else want I to tell you about? Oh yes, of course, the live stream on Friday, 5 PM UK time. It's beer o'clock. We sit around and have a beer and talk about whatever might come up, usually guitar and music related, but we can veer off on the odd tangent from time to time. It has been known. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.